Hi everyone and welcome to Linger Longer with Books. My name's Catherine and in this week's video I'm going to be taking you along with me to a secondhand book sale on Hayling Island. Some of you might have noticed I am a little bit more dressed up than usual. It's because after the secondhand book sale I am off to a friend's baby shower. So I have this summer dress on, hope you can see it. Yeah, nice and summery I thought, and it's always nice to get dressed up for a special occasion. So anyway, let's get on the road. I've made a coffee, I've got my little notebook of books that I am looking for, and yeah, let's get on the road. So I've driven about 16 miles east of where I live, I think. Is that the right direction? Anyway, it's taken me about half an hour. I've had a coffee, been sipping that on my way, and I have just arrived here. I don't know if I can flip the camera out. No, I can't. I'll get you some footage of the outside. It's just about opening time. I can see one other car here, so I am flying the flag for the bookish keenness. Books that I'm on the lookout for. There's probably a handful of kind of routine regular authors for myself and my sister Rachel. So authors like Gillian McAllister, right off the top of my head. Who else? Kristen Hanna. They've all just abandoned me, the names now. That is not a good thing. Robert Harris is another one. So you can kind of get the idea of books that I'm kind of going to be keeping my eyes out for, because this sort of secondhand sale isn't where you're going to find the newest titles at all. I'm just pausing because I thought that car was turning in here and I would just cringe if someone saw me filming. Anyway, I have got £10 budget. I'm going to set myself. I think the hardbacks, paperbacks are probably £1 each. So I'm going to go in and see what I can find. So I've just come out. I can't believe that I've spent an hour in there, but I have. I've got a handful of books, none that I massively expected to pick up and buy, but there we go. That's often what happens, isn't it? And I have a few for my sister. I think I've got one or two for myself, and I've got one or two for my niece Imogen. So I shall show you those later when I get home. I am home now from Hayling Island, and I promised earlier that I would run you through the handful of books that I came home with. For one thing, I was just going to say I really enjoy going to Hayling Island Book Sale. It's on every half term here in England, and the book sale is run by a local scout group raising funds for the young people's activities and to do scouting things. So I've been going there for years now, can't quite remember how many. I might look back and pop it in the description. But also I have filmed at least one other video about going to Hayling Island Book Sale, and that was with my sister Rachel when she was over from Ireland. So I will try and pop the link to that video, if I remember, in the description to this video. But anyway, I do really like going and always get it kind of marked in my bookish calendar. So I will just run you through exactly what I bought. First up, in just the order that I have stacked them in, is Verdict of 12 by Raymond Postgate. This is a British Library crime classic. This is for my sister Rachel because she has got her eyes out and is starting to collect these. So this was first published in 1940. And it's about a woman is on trial for her life, accused of murder. 12 members of the jury each carry their own secret burden of guilt and prejudice, which could affect the outcome. In this extraordinary crime novel, we follow the trial through the eyes of the jurors as they hear the evidence and try to reach a unanimous verdict. Will they find the defendant guilty or not guilty, and will the juror's decision be the correct one? I mean, that's always going to be gripping, isn't it? So picked that up for Rachel. Next up is another one for Rachel. This is Night Road by Kristen Hanna. Many of you will be familiar with Kristen Hanna's other published works. Two that spring right to mind is The Nightingale and Burial Rites. Kristen is loved the world over. I hadn't ever heard of this one or seen this before, so it caught my eye in one of the crates, and it was first published, I think, in 2011. Yeah, in the US. And this is around Lexi and Maya. They're inseparable from the moment they start high school. They're different in so many ways. Lexi is an orphan and lives with her aunt on a trailer park, while Maya is a golden girl blessed with a loving family and a beautiful home. Yet they recognise something in each other which sets them apart from the crowd, and Maya comes to rely heavily on Lexi's steadfast friendship, something which at first worries Maya's mother, Jude. It also sounds like there's Maya has a twin brother, Zach, and it is set during summertime, and it just says moving, haunting and completely unforgettable. Night Road raises questions no mother, daughter or son would ever want to answer. So yeah, I hope Rachel wants that one. If it isn't, it's heading her way anyway. So there we go, there's that one. Another one for Rachel is The Passengers by John Mars. You can see from the plastic cover and the little white sticker under the green dot, it means it's a former library copy here in England. And it says 8 intended victims, who lives, who dies, you decide. And it says a ruthless hacker has targeted 8 driverless cars, sending them on a fatal collision course. If the authorities interfere with the vehicles before they reach their destination, they will explode, killing everyone on board. Now the hacker is insisting that the public and a select jury judge so it says now the hacker is insisting that the public and a select jury judge who should live and who should die. It's trial by social media, a popularity contest that will be fought to the death. So that sounds really intriguing. I read one of John's books. Have I still got it on my case? I'm not sure if I have. But sort of set in the near future, and this sounds very kind of interesting concept. So I hope Rachel hasn't read this one before. If it has, it will go to another new home. So there's that one. And then a whole mixture of things. I then went into the children's section and picked up Miss Jump the Jockey by, sorry, got a tickly throat, Alberg and Amstutz. A favourite happy family story. So this is just a really lovely young person's story that I thought my nearly 5-year-old niece Imogen would enjoy. Lovely kind of pictures, some text for her to read aloud. She loves reading, so I thought that was lovely and in lovely condition. So there's that one. Next up is kind of a sentimental pick for me. For those of a certain age here in the UK will be familiar with the Horrible History series. It's kind of a history book series for young people to understand different periods of history. So you have things like the Vikings, terrible Tudors, Victorians, and they were really popular in the 1990s in England. And this is the massive Millennium Quiz book, 1,000 Questions for 1,000 Years, by Terry Deary and Martin Brown. So I just thought, oh, look at that inside. That's really cute to start with. Oops, a bit of fluff on it. And quite yellowed pages. But I just thought it was a lovely compilation. Quick questions. The Nasty Normans. What else have we got if I flick through for you? Just lovely bite-size trivia and kind of learning. So that's about the gorgeous Georgians of the 1700s. So yeah, picked that one up. I thought, yeah, that's coming home with me. It's even got that musty old smell. So there we go, there's that one. Next up was, none of these books I went in specifically for, but I have come home with them. And the next one is no different. This is Ghostly Haunts, edited by Michael Morpurgo, fantastic children's writer, really acclaimed, award-winning. I think he's just been given one of the Hay Festival medals for prose. I could be wrong. I'm sure I saw that. I don't think I imagined it. This is published in association with the National Trust. This very much looks and feels like it's from the 1990s. Let's have a look. Lovely colour illustrations. 1994, I was right, so that makes it 31 years old. But anyway, this has got a handful of stories, as it said, by really kind of well-known and well-admired writers. There is Silver Ghost by Michael Morpurgo. You can see some others there. Ted Hughes, Joan Aitken, who else? Dick King-Smith. And I just thought this would be lovely to keep and perhaps read in autumn time. It's got some lovely colour illustrations in it. In the run-up to Halloween at the end of October. What's this one here? Oh, look at that. It's like a silver Rolls Royce, but also a skeleton face, like a face. You can see the teeth there. It looks even more impressive in the reflection in the video, actually. It's not as clear, kind of closer up. But anyway, I thought that this would be a really lovely book to have. So I picked that one up. It's in really good condition. Not written, not sort of dog-eared or marked or scribbled on. So yeah, that jumped out at me too, but not in a scary way. And then last but not least, I went into the cookbook kind of area, little room, and usually I sort of come away with a cookbook or two, savoury or sort of sweet kind of recipe books. But in one of the boxes, this was just kind of hidden, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to bring that home. And it's recipes from an old farmhouse. Don't know if you can see that, by Alison Utley. Now, I've heard Miranda Mills talk about Alison Utley quite a lot in recent videos, and it is quite like stained on the outside, but we can forgive it because this was published in 1966. So incredibly old, which really kind of grabbed my interest. And I just love the older illustrations, black and white, recipes from an old farmhouse. And it's Alison's kind of reflections of cookery in their old farmhouse. And I just thought that that would be a lovely way to sort of travel through time. And there's just this sort of tranquil feel about this time and place in terms of food and farming and living, and yeah, it just looks really lovely to kind of be able to dip in and out of. This isn't a book that I would read from cover to cover. I just don't think it's intended for that. It's got hot cross buns and tea cakes on that particular double page. Yeah, rhubarb jam, rhubarb jelly, marmalade, rhubarb and fig pudding. It very much captures food of a place and time. Some of those recipes are still kind of in mainstream kind of living and sort of life. Others have kind of faded away and been replaced by other recipes and ingredients and versions of. But anyway, thought that would be a really charming book to have on my bookshelf, even though it is incredibly old and it has got a musty smell to it, that one as well. I'm not a weirdo. You all can appreciate what I mean by that. So anyway, I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, and the lovely volunteers at Hayling Island charged me £6 for all of these. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed me running through the books that I bought today. I definitely had a great time there and came away with a sort of a surprise handful of titles. Like I said, I didn't expect to kind of, I thought I might come away with 1 or 2 books, but I never quite know what I'm going to get there in terms of if it's for me, if it's for friends or family, and this time has been no different for that. But as you know, if you are kind of a regular viewer by now, I would love to know that you're out there and would love to kind of converse with you in the comments. So if you are out there, why not go ahead and hit the like button to start with? I really do appreciate your support. hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you aren't a subscriber but really kind of are interested in seeing any of my videos in the future, then hit the subscribe icon too. But I do say, do sort of make a small request that if you can let me know that you're out there by leaving an emoji of some kind, which is kind of always related to the books or the theme of the video. So I'm going to pick The Passengers by John Mars, and I'm going to say, leave me a car emoji, a car of any colour, because I know there's many colours out there available to pick from in terms of the emojis. But yeah, let me know that you're there. And have you read any of these books before? If you have, what were you thinking, particularly perhaps around these two more recent books? Do you like John Mars? Do you like Kristen Hanna? Yeah, I would like to know. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you have got a really great read on the go at the moment, whether that's paperback, hardback or audiobook. I am listening to a non-fiction pick at the moment, and I am reading, I've just started Hello Stranger by Catherine Center, which I'm enjoying so far, but I'm only about 30 pages in. So I will report back my future feelings on that in my other sort of social media channels. So you can also find me on Instagram and X and Facebook. But obviously you're here on YouTube, so catch me here every Monday with a new video, as well as sort of me posting shorts in between as well. But yeah, I am going to go and get a nice cold drink of something because it's quite muggy, it's quite warm today. I'm going to put my feet up and read a few pages, I think. But until next week, take care and happy reading, and speak to you then. Bye.